Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And today I'm going to go over some Team Wendy helmets. This is the newest and latest Rifle Tech helmet, and it stops rifle rounds from 7.62, 5.56, 7.62 by 51, so AK, 308, and 5.56, which is impressive for how light this thing is and the amount of coverage you get in the V50 performance. If you want to watch the unboxing video, I go over a lot of that information, and then also videos from Team Wendy themselves. They've been creating a lot of videos lately and doing live range tests on those. So for the full information, I would recommend you watch the unboxing video of this and those videos from Team Wendy. So I have it now all set up for what I want to use it, and I will go over that in a second. But I like to go over all of the rest of the helmets in the collection minus the SAR. So this is just the tactical side of helmets, the ballistic, and I got the one carbon EXO right there. So the difference, I'll go to the main difference between this and the closest thing it resembles. These are, I believe, Ceradyne shells. So Avon, Protection, Ceradyne, and Team Wendy are all Team Wendy. I forget how it all works, but they're all part of Team Wendy. And so you get Ceradyne technologies. So that's why you get these advanced shells that you see, and they have this specific appearance. So the closest thing that resembles the Rifle Tech would be the Epic series. So this is the Epic Specialist that came out not too long ago, and it's a newer helmet. And I'll tell you a little short pros and cons of each. And so, believe it or not, so this is a 3A helmet. That's a level 3, so stops rifle rounds. The rest of the helmets that Team Wendy makes are level 3A. If you use that standard, so against pistol threats. So this, you can see the rails look similar. They're reverse dovetail rails or arc rail compatible. So the main difference that I've seen so far on between these two helmets in the appearance is you can see the angle of this rail. It goes it's more aggressive, goes more slanted back. So with that, I couldn't use the Ops Core amps on this helmet, so I went with the pelters over the top. So if you get the Epic Specialist, just know that it's not compatible with that specific type of ear pro. And then in the back, you can see how you get a lot more coverage, I believe, from just looking at it. I didn't do any measurements, but this is a lot wider in the back, and so you get more coverage with the Rifle Tech, and also obviously you get more protection. So the purpose of the Epic series is it puts you in a price range where you can afford it for the everyday police officer who wants to get their own individual helmet. This is just about $1,000 or $1,000. It's still a lot of money for most of us, but in terms of protection that you get, it is a good cost friendly option when it comes down to ballistic helmets. This is easily at least twice or 2.5 times, maybe 3 times more expensive. If you need this threat level protection, you need the maximum protection, you go with the Rifle Tech. The V50 performance is very impressive. The only thing that comes close or is compatible with that can compete with the Rifle Tech would be the Ops Core XR helmet, and I read those stats. The Ops Core may be slightly lighter than this overall system. So this is actually from factory numbers is set up. The Rifle Tech is slightly lighter than the Epic. So with Epic you get a good price and get a little bit more weight for the level of protection, but it's really not that noticeable. Wearing both of these side by side, I can't tell the weight difference, which tells you how impressive that helmet is. All right, so that's what the Epic Specialist is. So the Epic comes in different forms. So you can get the full ears if you need it. If you like the high cut type of helmets, they have that's a Specialist version. So they have different levels of coverage depending on what you need and your mission set. So that's the Epic, okay? And this is the X-Fill carbon bump helmet. So this is the first helmet that Team Wendy made as a company, and is a super rigid helmet. It's not ballistic, but it's very hard. And compared to their LTP, difference between their LTP helmet and this is you get the actual shroud, metal shroud, compared to the molded shroud, and a much stronger rigid helmet compared to injected plastic. So this is the bump helmet. All right, and then this here is the Team Wendy X-Fill. So this is their first ballistic helmet offering. It's still a great offering. This has got the newer rail, the 3.0, and got its distinct shape. It's kind of squared off, and it's still a lightweight helmet. I think it's lighter than the Epic, and it's great coverage. Okay, so these are all our sizing. This is a size 2, so with the X-Fill. So X-Fills have size 1 and 2. So size 1 is for like small all the way to medium, and then possibly large, and then size 2 is large and extra large. And I've said in all my videos, if you are in between sizes, go with the size up. So I get size 2. Team Wendy comes with a ton of pads on all their helmets, so you can configure to your head. All right, so with that, so these helmets, the X-Fills, they have holes that go through, even though with their testing, because they say in the armor business, the holes will compromise the area around it up to an inch or inch and a half. So you got all these spots that have holes, and they may be they might fail in those areas. You get hit right close to that hole, but you can see some testing that they did, that Shane does at the range, and you see some of them get hit like really close to holes, and they actually held up and stopped the round. But so with that design, both the Epics and the Rifle Tech, all the Epic line of helmets and Rifle Tech, they don't have any holes in them. So they have these screws that screw into these little raised surfaces, and they have a super high tensile strength, so they won't snap off. And with that, if you need compatibility with other systems, these two types of helmets have the reverse dovetail for arc rail. So if you have a bunch of accessories and you want to be compatible with everything else, that's another option for you guys. And this is their rail, proprietary rail. So other companies do make adapters, so you can this is the Safariland Liberator. So this works with this helmet, and I believe this is the only way you can mount it. I think I looked it up to try to mount it up here, and I think this is the only way, but it works pretty well. And then I already mentioned in my other video, but the padding is proprietary and new. I can't remember on top of my head, but the Air Fit helmet padding system, I think that's what it's called, the Air Fit. And you can see it's much different from the previous helmet liners, and these are already known to be some of the most comfortable helmet liners, and I will say this is even more so. So just my limited time having this so far, that is by far the most comfortable helmet I've worn. So, and this is size large. So both of these Epics come in, I think, small, medium, large. Maybe not small, but medium, large, and extra large. And so these are large, and they fit me just fine. So those are all the helmets that Team Wendy has. The only thing I'm missing that I don't have is the XL SL, which is same performance but even lighter. I believe that's the lightest ballistic helmet that they have. So the SL is even lighter than this, which is impressive, and that is what a lot of SWAT teams out there use. I believe the SL. So those are your options for helmets from Team Wendy on the tactical side of things. I do have a SAR tactical, but that's for search and rescue. This is for ballistic threats, and if you are doing something where you don't need ballistic protection, that is what you can get. If you're just like hog hunting with night vision, that's a good platform for that. All right, let's go over my my own helmet setup right here with the Rifle Tech. So this is a Princeton Tech, I think the MPLS. So this has red, brighter red, and you hold it down, you get white light. So, and it takes a 1CR123. It's a nice helmet light and easy battery with a good life on the battery. Up top you have the Hellstar EXO, and that's for IFF identification. There's different models you can get. This has the strobe, steady, and then flashing IR. It's got 3 modes on this one. And then the padding on here, the Velcro, it's got channels. You can see here I use the center channel here to hold the Ops Core amps cable there for cable management. So you have those lines there, up here, and on the sides as well, which is pretty neat. All right, I think that's about it with an overview of all the helmets. Yeah, pretty good technology, and the amount of this is all polyethylene helmets for the shells. So expect the helmets to get even lighter as years go by and the technology improves, as opposed to aramid materials. They're pretty much maxed out on what their capabilities are. So that's pretty impressive with how light. I'm still pretty impressed by it, how light this helmet is for the amount of protection you get out of them. So and you can see here, I've noticed that the bottom brim of the helmet has extra posts on there to keep the rail in place. So that's kind of neat, and it gives it a unique look itself. All right, that's it for now, guys. Please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Follow me on Instagram. Follow my backup account on there as well, as I'm being censored like crazy on there for just for having guns on my channel. All right, guys, that's it. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate all your support.